Sounds right.
Snappy, won't you? I have some very heavy thinking to do before 10 o'clock.
Sounds right.
And we're rolling. I'm here today with Keira, okay.
And Carter.
Okay, Keira and Carter. It's kind of funny situation. I launched the first Kaks Bar and Podcast YouTube clip series thing where I literally meet people who are walking near Kaks and, try to introduce them to the Shaft, which is one of our cocktails on draft. And Keira and Carter here they literally were like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, we'll go for a Shaft, so I didn't even do much salesman stuff. But what was unbeknownst to me was they're actually kind of like on a second or first date. Second date. They basically just met. So right now, this is the first Kaks Bar and Podcast, date edition, if you will. So I already know you two probably spent had a good evening together or two. But this is in many ways still a first date to me. I mean, you're on a podcast now. Yeah. So take it, I'm going to lead. I'm going to drive this thing with a couple questions and we'll just go from there. We'll have some fun. All right. Okay. Yeah. So Keira. Yeah. Okay. First thing, Carter. Okay. I've been drinking, by the way. Okay. We've all been, I guess. Okay. Keira, first of all, 1 to 10, what's Carter's looks to you off the jump?
Definitely above a 10.
You got to talk louder. Yeah.
Definitely above a 10.
Above a 10. Okay, wow. Okay, Carter, that's accolades there. So Keira, focusing on you for 2 seconds here, because the looks part was such a strong draw. What if we're about to get to know each other here, but what if he was a douchebag? Would the looks still be so empowering that you're like, I'll put up with a lot more?
You don't put up with a douchebag. He's hot.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
That'd be pretty shallow.
Okay. Carter, reverse question. Keira, first. She said you're above a 10, so
I know it's hard to top that.
Okay. What? 1 to 10. What? Say the right thing, bro.
Hard to say anything other than a 10, but to be rating someone's physical appearance on a scale 1 to 10. I mean, 1, it's so subjective, and 2, it's I don't know. I hope there's more going on than just a number on a scale, right?
Yeah, true, Carter. We'll get to the whole aspect of the human being here. We're just going off of first visuals,
well,
right?
Fair enough.
So Keira, what drew you to Carter as a 10 just off the jump? Was it physical feature, style, maybe? Because looks plays there's a whole broad spectrum, right? Sometimes a guy might not be physically attractive, but he dressed well. Carter dresses well, by the
way. We met at our friend's lake, and
our friend doesn't own the lake, but she has a place adjacent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. To be technical.
Uh-huh.
But I was with my friend, and he was with his friends, and then our friends have grown up together on the lake.
But you have never met prior?
No.
Okay.
And there was a big Canada Day long party going on, so everybody was out and everybody was drinking. And both of our friends were matchmaker, set him up.
Okay.
So,
could your friends tell instantly you thought that Carter was attractive?
Yes.
They could see the glow in your face kind of thing?
She knows me quite well, so.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So were you kind of taken by surprise, Carter, or how did the first conversation start up?
That's a good question.
Oh, wait, talk loud.
I gotta think for a second here. The first conversation was
too drunk to remember.
Drunken, for sure. Was it at the party?
Yeah.
We hadn't talked before that.
So,
So you remember everything, I take it.
I do. I wasn't that drunk.
Okay.
I wasn't that drunk.
All right.
He was supposed to be bartending.
It was.
At this lake?
Yes.
Yeah.
Was it why would you have to work?
It was for a party. It was for a party.
A private bar.
Oh, okay. So they had you working.
Yeah.
Well, no, I never showed up for work. Everyone else was there, but I played hooky.
Okay.
I missed my shift.
Yeah.
Okay.
But all of his friends and the siblings, friends or whatever,
Yeah.
were like, "Oh my god, you guys need to
Talk louder.
talk to each other." And I was like, "Oh, whatever. He's shy. I'll talk."
I don't know. I mean, just talking to Carter myself here, just
Doesn't
I don't
seem
think he's shy, so I don't know.
I don't think I'm that shy either.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, I'm gonna progress this thing along here. So we went through the shallow looks thing, but so you've been on 2 dates so far. I take it. Okay. What have you learned about her that you like? Carter, go.
She's ambitious. She takes care of herself. Feisty for sure. She's small, but definitely a firecracker. And I don't know. I like that she takes care of herself, takes care of others, family, and
You detected all that just from like 2 dates?
well, we talk.
Okay.
Takes care of her sister. It's pretty admirable, and
Okay.
I don't know. I like someone who's had a lot of life experience and has funny stories to tell, like cool stories, good experience. So, I don't know.
Okay, sweet. What's one of the funny stories she told?
Oh, that might
Can
be
we
something
share that, or?
I don't know. If
Yeah,
we
I don't
can.
care. I don't care.
Okay.
Funny story that you've told.
Just something that drew you in, where you're like, oh, hey, like she's been through some stuff, or okay, like we're not dealing with a rookie here in life.
Rookie?
You know?
What do you mean a rookie?
Well, I got to preface. Like, how old are you two, by the way?
21.
21. Both 21. Okay, so everyone's life path varies. So some 21-year-olds have more life experience than a 50-year-old, right? Do you know what I mean? And then so it's and I gotta be honest, just meeting you two off the jump, because I'm a bar owner and I meet people of all age groups, but already I can read situations. And I'm like, these two are been through some shit because they're like more mature. Because you're not like giggling your way through like every fucking response. And then Carter here he has his values already set, you know? And I'm like, okay, and only someone who's been through some shit or seen some shit or has thought things through will have their values set, you know? Because most people, they actually don't even know what they believe. They just look at their buddy left and right like, well, what do you think about that? Yeah, well, I'm like that too, you know? And then until they fumble through life and you know, I'm ashamed to say I was a little bit like that myself, you know, a little bit of a late bloomer. But no, but like the fact you look me in the eye, you're like, this is what I believe. Bang, bang, bang. And then I was like, all right, elaborate. And then you like looked at her kind of like, I just met her, so I don't care what she thinks about this. This is what I believe. Bang, bang, bang. I was like, man, most dudes are so just trying to get laid all the time that they'll say whatever to like agree with a girl. And you didn't do that. And already I was like, okay, this might be worthy of the first Kaks Bar Podcast date podcast. Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Thank
you.
Respect, man. Respect.
Thank you.
Just progressing through. Like, what's that funny story, Keira?
That funny story?
Yeah, the funny story that you guys are both kind of sheepishly trying not to reveal.
Oh, it's not one specific story. It could be any of a number, but I don't know. Why don't you pick your funniest and let them know?
I don't know. I have so many. I don't know. I could not pinpoint one.
Okay, well.
I think how we met is definitely a funny one.
That's a funny
That's
story.
definitely one for the
Yeah.
books.
well, tell it. So he was supposed to bartend, and he didn't bartend apparently, and then
That was later on, I suppose, in the course of events. But I have one very dear friend of mine who known for quite a few years now. I'm quite close with, but she's definitely something of a shit disturber. She likes to cause problems, cause drama, and just always kind of.
This is a good friend of yours?
Best friend. But
okay.
It sounds a little weird, but
Yeah.
if you're, I don't know, there's a handful of people, like maybe 5 people who she doesn't really fuck with, and if you get in that group, then she's pretty cool.
Okay.
If you fall victim to her shenanigans, then it's.
We gotta get
so
into
fun,
examples
but
here because it's so broad what you're saying. You know,
it could
like
be anything really. Like,
would she come in and disrupt this podcast in 2 seconds?
Not like that.
But like
It's very casual.
it is. She's very slick with it. She's subtle, but she's just kind of like she's got people wrapped around her fingers. She got people to do what she wants for her own entertainment. And
Does she have you wrapped around her finger?
no, I was. See, that's the thing. I guess you were saying earlier. Like, I don't necessarily compromise on my values or who I am. So
Yeah.
I don't know, I can be a bit of a shit disturber too. So I was someone, we didn't like butt heads, but anytime she tried to kind of throw me for a loop or pull a yarn over my eyes, I'd call her on her bullshit.
You gotta give an example here.
Could be anything. Like, well, she's a good example. Like, anytime we go out anywhere, she's always trying to like play matchmaker or just like find a friend and be like, okay, like go talk to them. And quite often it ends up being a bit of a nuisance because I'm like, now I gotta like deal with this person who I don't necessarily want to be attached at the hip with. And
Right.
it's like, okay, like,
So she thought, okay, like Carter might be attracted to this person, but they're actually not a fit. Let's just fucking see where
she
this
hit
goes.
the nail on the head this time. Like, she said, oh, like, Keira's your type, which she definitely is. Definitely my type. But
Okay.
I don't even know how this, like, where the conception of this came, but somewhere along the way, someone put it in her mind that, okay, like, we should talk to each other. So then I was not involved for a while, but apparently, like, Claire that's the friend, went and talked to her.
Are we allowed to name her name? I could blur that out.
That's
That's the one thing about podcasts. I've had guests just slur these names. I'm like, dude, like, check with them first.
Claire's a pretty common name. It could be anyone.
Okay, it's Claire Jones. Anyway,
yeah, exactly.
It's not Jones,
but
right?
I guess they were like, talking on the beach, talking about me. I came down. They were all down there, and I showed up a few hours later. And then for the rest of that day, like, our friend Claire, and then her friends, and our friends, and Claire's older and younger brother's friends they'd come up to me periodically and give me shit, like, oh, you need to go talk to this girl, you need to go talk to this girl. And I was just, what the fuck is going on here? Like, why are all these people who I don't even know coming up to me and telling me I need to go have a chat with her? Obviously there was like something going on. Someone was trying to stir a pot,
I guess.
So
at the end of the day, they're all rolling the dice too. They don't know if this is gonna be compatible.
well,
But like,
that's the thing.
apparently, you know.
I feel like out there, like, people are probably just looking for a show, looking for some drama.
It was
like,
their entertainment at your expense.
Exactly.
But the joke kind of got reversed because it seems like it's kind of working out now. You know.
I guess, should we tell the full story?
Sure.
Might as well, right?
Yeah, we're here,
So-
and you're drinking that manly ass sangria or whatever.
Whatever it is, it's delicious.
Yeah. Shout out to Delaney. She's like, I'm gonna make them a drink. I think she was just thinking of Keira and mine. So like, I make
I'm
two
not
of these.
complaining, actually.
That looks
quite
yummy.
good.
I almost want one too.
Yeah,
now.
right?
I might get one.
Well,
Okay, but share the story. Let's hear this because
well, people just kept, I don't know what her side of it was, but people kept coming up to me, telling me I need to go talk to this girl.
let's hear Kira's side here. All right.
Yeah, catch us up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your
Okay.
version of
Yeah,
it.
you're
Yeah,
driving
'cause I
now.
mean,
Let's hear this.
Yeah, okay. Well, so we both have like private dogs in the lake, kind of.
Okay.
So
Oh my,
it's not
hard
just-
life. Both have private dogs.
I know.
Joke.
Not
Our
us,
friend.
our friends. Our
Oh,
dogs.
okay.
friends, yeah.
I thought
Her
you
friend,
both
my
No,
had
we were
private
guests.
dogs.
We were guests.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that, by the way.
No.
Like, if your family worked hard and there's a generational wealth, like, that's
Yeah.
not your fucking
You
fault.
like
You have a
just
private
enjoy
dog.
it and utilize it.
Yeah, and just be humble. Know that, hey, like I have this. That's why I invite my friends. I've had friends who have had private properties that, like, because my family's immigrants, so they definitely didn't have that. But I definitely enjoyed when I got invited to these dogs. So, like, it's all fair game, people.
Yeah,
Don't
so
hate. Anyway, go on.
Ours are quite side by side, like probably from like me to that wall.
You gotta talk louder.
And so me and my friend were on her dog.
Okay.
And his friend was on her dog, and she like came over to say hi. Like our friends grew up together, so like, hey, how's it going, whatever. And then we like kind of did like a little life catch up, like what's new, whatever.
Mhm.
And then his friend was like, oh, so like I have friends out, and I was like, cool, sounds good, we'll catch you later. And then they were playing like spike ball on the beach or whatever, and we were like, it's literally just the two of us, let's go hang out. We like went and hung out. I was like, you gotta like teach me how to play spike ball because I've never played before.
I should never play spike ball either. But anyway, carry on. Yeah.
And,
Okay.
So then we like played for a little bit, and then like evening comes and it like cools off, so everybody kind of just chills.
This
out,
seems like
whatever.
a music video almost.
A little bit,
You know?
yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
So we're like hanging out on the dock, and like everybody was talking, and I'm just like sitting there. Him and I are making like awkward eye contact. Our friends are texting. I don't know if you knew this. Our friends are texting, and they're like, "Oh my god, they're being so awkward. They're not even like striking up conversation with each other." And yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was like, so odd. I'm supposed to like look at him. Hey, how's it going? Like, how's your weekend?
Keep in mind, we're also with
How's the weather?
about 20 people.
Yeah.
It's a big group, just hanging out.
Yeah, I almost have a my mom said this once, because like this is what she said when she met my dad. Like they literally met at 17, early 20s. But let me ask you this question real quick before you continue the story.
Yeah.
Did you feel like you're saying hi to an old friend even though you never met him?
No, I definitely felt like I was meeting a new person.
Okay, that's fine. Cool. Same thing?
I agree.
All right, sweet. Sorry, Mom. Yeah. That was the only thing my mom said. She was just like, but like, I'm not gonna, like, I'm an engaged man right now, and like me and my fiance, it was like, when I saw Jess, like, Jess probably gonna see this, it was like, I felt like I've seen her before. Like, you know what I mean? Like some kind of weird, it's like, I didn't have to break any ice. I didn't have to break any ice. It was just like, hey, what's up? Like, as if like I knew you my entire time. So there's something there like that. Now I might have busted a bad omen now, but yeah, there's like variety. Like not most people I would say have your response.
Yeah.
My mom was just saying, because my mom's all Buddhist and shit, so she thinks that there's like past life spiritual connection, unfinished business shit. Carry on.
I don't know, like usually in the evening everybody just kind of goes home, like eats whatever. That day was the day of the Canada Day party for us, so we like kind of went home, got like dressed up. The theme was bad prom.
Bad prom, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Everybody was dressed like horrid crap.
What did you wear and what did she wear? Like how we're talking about like an 80s fucking dress and you just showed up like that?
I wore these jeans with a denim shirt that was like the same wash. It's like all the same color.
Basically the same outfit.
The same, but it was like a uniform color.
Okay, cool. Canadian tuxedo.
Yeah.
That would be a shitty outfit to wear to an actual prom.
Yeah.
Right? You're supposed to wear a blazer and dress pants, I
Yeah.
guess, you know? What did you wear?
I wore my cowboy boots and a silver sequins dress.
You just had that? Oh, right, because you guys said that was a thing. So everyone was made aware.
Yeah.
Okay, because
Yeah.
I'm like, why would you pack that to hang out at a lake?
Oh, to go to the lake? Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No, I bought that deliberately for the party.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we ended up at the party. The bar is like inside their garage.
Right.
This sounds
So,
fucking fun as fuck, man.
It is.
Like,
It's
like,
quite awesome.
It's redneck country. It's like everyone out there
It's
just
so
doing
far
whatever
from
they
redneck.
want.
yeah.
It's redneck.
Bougie,
Okay,
though,
okay.
on the bougie side.
Wealthy redneck.
Okay.
Yes.
Hold on. I don't. Not that I want to interrupt the
Yeah.
story too much, but I kind of want to fast forward to, because you like a lot of people when they spend even one night, they're like, man, I don't like this person anymore, right? Like off the jump. The fact that you're on day basically 3 here at Kaks Bar and Podcast, 1006 First Street Southeast. Anyway, it's like, what were your conversations like that caused it? So you at least even like that you gave her a second chance, not second chance, but second date, and you gave him a second date. So what did you guys talk about?
That's
How long did you guys hang out for, by the way, in the first night? Not the lake, but like the actual date. Actually, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Did you guys have a date set up the next like day? Like how that work?
If you want the answer to all 3 of those questions, like we should just finish the story.
My bad.
Get them
Go.
all
Yes,
answered.
Here,
okay.
go on. I'm sorry.
So, we're at the party. He's supposed to be serving, but he's not.
Yeah,
and I
so
was like, hey.
It's my turn to bartend. Me and my buddy, like our friends have been bartending. We're supposed to go. We go up to the bar. He switches out with someone, and I don't. So then I'm alone at the party. I'm like, I'm not gonna stand here and fucking wait to go behind the bar. Like, so then I go find her, say what's up, and then
Go find me?
I had to walk like 20 feet, but go find the girl that 20 people that day had told me I needed to go talk to. So I was like, well, there's nothing left to do. Let's go talk to her. No.
Ouch.
Wow, it's like on the bottom of the to-do list.
It wasn't quite like that, but it was like Now I'm not doing anything.
You were
Well,
literally thinking
see
at the
what's
time
up.
like, oh hey, I know her,
Yeah.
and everything else sucks around here.
Exactly, yeah.
Like that was a good time momentarily. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
explore. I got you. I've been
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
So then we left the party, and this where it gets kind of funny because I was totally oblivious to all of this the whole time. We left the party, we went, we did our own thing, we hung out, and then spent the night together. And then the next morning,
We're watching bad movies all night, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So then the next morning, like literally everyone involved in this, I guess, was like, oh, just asking us about it. Like, it just felt like everybody knew what was going on except for me in this. And
Hey
whatever.
man, most people's love lives suck. So when they see an actual like potential success story, they
Right.
gravitate towards it because they want hope in their own lives,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
But anyway, but still, people, we don't know how this is going to turn out. This is going to be funny to see how this
Yeah.
this
And
podcast goes.
And
Like,
we woke up with ticks in your bed.
Yeah, so we
Takes
were
it back.
camping.
Oh.
There were so many
Yeah.
people out at my friend's cabin that we were in tents, like on
Yeah.
the property. So we were like camping in a tent.
Asians don't really camp much. Yeah, we're more of a glamour camping race. I know you're gonna hate me, Asians that camp, but you guys are definitely like we love to
A
fish,
minority.
but yeah, but carry on. I actually made an old TikTok clip about that. Anyway, carry on.
Well, yeah.
So there's ticks in your bed, and you guys woke up to that.
There was a couple ticks, but
Yeah.
neither of us got bit, so it's neither here nor there. And
Okay.
then that next day, it was like just everyone like talking about us, I guess, or like it was kind of awkward. It was kind of weird, like all these people like seemingly like invested almost, or also just like
Well, you guys are like a TV show now all of a sudden, right?
pretty much.
And this is
We
not
were,
going to
like,
help, by the
everyone's
way.
entertainment
This
for the
is not
reason,
going to
yeah.
help, by the way.
And then I don't know, whatever. Like we did our own thing that day, and then we all hung out together that night.
Yeah.
And this is kind of funny. So my friend's parents, like whose place we were staying at, like that.
Where
day,
is this lake, by the way? Is it Silver
Do you know
Lake?
where Stetler is?
Stetler. I back when I did some surface land admin stuff. Yeah, I
Yes.
emailed land agents out in Stetler all the time,
Yeah.
but I've never been to Stetler.
So it's Buffalo Lake. So
okay. How many hours is that from here? Like,
2
it's
hours.
two.
okay,
hours and
sweet.
40
Is it
minutes.
nice? Is it beautiful?
It's gorgeous.
It's
Gorgeous.
It's worth it. It's
if
so worth
if
it.
you're picturing like
Shuswap compared to
if
Shuswap.
you're
No.
picturing even the Shuswap or like Rocky Mountain Lake, no, it's like out in the foothills. Like it's the
Okay,
brush.
still
Like,
still nice, right?
It's
Yeah.
the kind of place you can go. You put your boat in the water and like you can tear it up all around. Like it's
Okay.
not protected land, but it's I don't know. It's freedom. It's peace and quiet out there.
Gotcha.
But it's
Gotcha.
not quite like picturesque.
Yeah, no, I'm the wrong guy to ask because if I ever see a lake, like because like I don't know, high maintenance Asian guy that needs like a lot of gel in his hair or whatever, like I need to make sure I'm at like the super lake that's
Right.
it's all set up or whatever. But anyway, carry on. I'm gonna cut that part out. Oh no, I'm not. Go on.
Well, no. So my friend's dad, like that morning, and then for that whole day, like he was bugging me about her, and like
Really? Did he meet her?
yeah, he knew who she was, and
And like off the jump, he's like, oh, I like her too.
he was just kind of making fun of me, like making jokes, and then whatever. So then that night we all hung out again, and
Yeah.
then my buddy and I, we had packed up our tent, so we were sleeping in her cabin that night. And that night, I don't know what got into everyone, but we waxed off about 4 bottles of liquor and a case of beer. So between like 6 people, so everyone was wasted. And then
Including you?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
We kind of like went and blacked out in the cabin, but then
Okay. Well, since you preface blackout, like we got to make sure everyone's memories on the same level here. You know,
To
but
an
anyway.
extent, there was memories.
Yeah.
we were so drunk that we like went and we don't really remember how we got into the cabin, but we woke up in the cabin, and then it was kind of like, oh, like shit. Now we're in this guy's cabin. Like he's been making fun of me all day, and it was like an awkward situation. But we're like, oh, like,
Man, Carter, like this literally is like a romance novel, whether you like it or fucking not.
I'm
Like
just-
so far.
I'm
Anyway.
just telling the story. Right?
Yeah, no,
Like,
hey, it's not your
just what
fault. This
happened.
is what happened, right?
Right?
It's not, but like, you gotta admit, there's some auspicious, big word, auspiciousness. Like, I'm just
I
trying to
can
run
see
my
it.
bar, and now you two are on a dating podcast telling me this like literally romantic fucking story that you're trying to downplay. It's like cosmic significance, but I'm like, we line up the odd, the oddness of your dad pointing this out and this, and then your friends here, and you guys keep ending up in like these romantic situations.
It was weird.
So I almost feel like, were you guys being filmed or something? Is there like a cosmic direct?
It was
like because you're like a downward dude, I can tell, and you're kind of like, what the fuck's going on? Like I thought I was hanging out with some buddies, and then like you're kind of seeming a bit hard nosed. I'm not gonna lie, and now you're like, now I'm in this situation. Okay.
But,
So continue. So this,
we woke up that morning and it was like, shit, now we're like in a pretty awkward position. Like, what are we going to do? So we're like, okay, I guess we just got to own it. So like, went up, talked to our friends and their parents and kind of had a whole like laugh about like, oh, you kids just running around with each other on the weekend. And
like
then,
every
I don't
country
know,
song or something.
I guess I'll speak for myself, but like I quite enjoyed her company. I thought she was really cool. I had a good time. So it was like, well, I'd love to see you again. Like, let's hang out when we get back to the city. And then there was also just kind of that added factor of like, well, like.
Did you say it like that, by the way?
Not quite.
Oh, well, how'd you say it? I just want to know just for my own documentation of this.
I think I just said, hey, like, would you, like, I had fun this weekend. Like, would you like to hang out again back in Calgary?
Okay.
Like, along those lines, right? Pretty close.
I bet you she knows the exact words you used.
No.
Don't? Okay. Because I don't know, like maybe this is just me, but just something I noticed that worked in my world of dating or whatever. But like I never use like would you? I say it like it's gonna happen. So I'm like, when are you free to get together? I say it like that, right? And then my girl was like, it's the way you said that to me that made me really fucking just, because like you didn't say it like you were not sure. You're more like, you're so busy. Well, I actually was fucking busy. Me and my partner was literally thousand things going on in one shot. But I literally was just like, when are you free to get together? As in, this is my schedule. I'm free Wednesday. You free Wednesday? Because I would love to see you again. Like I was like that, and then she was like, that one approach just changed the entire situation. And I thought about it, and like I didn't even do that consciously. Like I did it because I was that busy. I was like, like you're kind of on my schedule. Yeah,
like you might have a couple hours in one day.
Quite literally, man. And then, but like past girlfriends, I did the, hey, would you like to see me again? Like, and then like they're like, well, I guess, like. But it was weird how words and energy, like directness, is this whole other factor. And like, but I stumbled upon that. So now when I see other dudes, I'm just like, yeah, try that. It might work for you,
I think that's a really great point, and that's a good approach to have. But the thing with this weekend was, I feel like we were kind of walking on eggshells at this point. Like it wasn't just between her and I. There was a good 20 people like with their nose in our business.
Yeah.
So it was the whole thing was like pretty bizarre, kind of awkward. So it was like, I don't know. It was a little more unsure than just like, hey, like. It's great to meet you. I'd love to go out again.
Yeah.
It was like, you
felt
like,
pressure for some fucking reason.
Like we've got like Claire's parents kind of looking at us. Your adoptive parents kind of concerned about what was going on. All these friends and siblings like wondering like. So it wasn't quite like that. There was a little more like. I guess I hesitated a little bit because I was like, like I don't even know like where to go from here. Like it's kind of weird, but it worked out, and we hung out. We went to the rodeo back in town, and I don't know. I'd say we're having a good time.
Carol, let's hear your side here. Carter, great. You're very articulate.
Yeah.
Like that already is like a book
Yeah,
to like draw like material from. But let's hear from Keira. How'd you feel about everything he said?
I definitely felt the pressure as well, but I also felt like we were guests in our friends' places.
Yeah, it was awkward because we're like at a friend's place where we're like free to do what we want, but you also want to kind of have some etiquette and just be tactful, right?
Yeah, like it was like
doesn't sound like it was your faults in any way.
No,
we were like
everybody
entirely set up for this.
Completely.
And then it like worked in everybody's favor, but like it was still kind of like, oh, like that image is going to rub these families the wrong way.
And that sticks to our reputation with families that we have a lot of contact with.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
All
we're
right.
out to prove them all wrong.
All right.
A little bit.
Okay. Well, let me just ask you both. You had a good time?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Like how can you not? You know. Well,
Right?
no. Like how can you not if there was some compatibility? Let me ask you both this then, and we'll get Keira here to answer first. Is like, was there any anything that he said or thing that he explained to where you're like, I don't agree with that, like, you know?
In general, like, I'm sure I can't pinpoint anything. I'm sure
good
that
sign,
he
good sign.
said some things that I don't agree with, but like,
But they were
you're
not
never-
significant or something.
Yeah, exactly, and you're never gonna like fully agree with everything anybody says. So.
Cool.
Yeah.
Spotlight on you, Carter. Like anything Keira said that you were like, whoa.
Oh,
No, not yet. Anyways, like she said, I don't know. It's like you don't want to just be dating like a copy and paste of yourself. Like I don't know. Our differences are what make us interesting to each other, right? So it's.
You sure you're 21? You sound like you're fucking 41, man. Like the fuck. The hell's your backstory? So I'm pretty fucking mature. What the hell's going on here? Anyway, okay, we're gonna wind this down. By the way, no, okay. Well, we will see how this unfolds, people. You know, this is technically just 2 days into meeting someone here. I'm just gonna say, hey, thanks for coming on Kaks Bar Podcast. Really appreciate that you guys actually like took me up on my little like YouTube interview, because I didn't know how that was going to happen. I was like, yeah, you want to be in a YouTube video? Like, you guys would be like, get away from me, and I'd be like, fuck, you know. But yeah, it didn't work out like that. Okay, but do you guys want to post your Instagrams or anything like that, or keep that private? Okay, Keira, what's Keira's? Keira, your Instagram. Actually, I already followed Kaks. I'll put it in the show notes there. Carter sounds like he wants to be more private here.
I mean, I have an Instagram. I never really use it, but if you want, I can leave it with
Plug the handle.
you. Sure.
Just say it.
Oh, that's a good question. I'd have to check.
Okay, I'll have in the show notes. Okay, well, we'll see how this actually plays out in the rest of life, because we all know life is unfucking predictable. But I will conclude with this: you two are cute as fuck together. So like let's not fucking pretend that's not a thing. All right. So I wish you guys fucking good time. Just get more hammered.
Yeah.
That's it. All right. Bye. Okay.